So I was scrolling through Instagram a few minutes ago and I came across a video of a woman in a panel speaking, trying to drive home a point, and a man constantly tried to shut her down, invalidate her point, and make her seem like she did not belong there. And the way that this woman claimed back the room is worthy of note. The way that she handled his constant interruption and intrusion while she was speaking not only made me continue to watch the video, but for some reason I respect her without even knowing her. And that reminded me of an incident that happened in church this Sunday. During Sunday school, someone was teaching in class and he said something that I did not agree with. I allowed him to get done with what he was saying, raised my hand because I felt the need to address what he said. He gave me the room to speak, and then I started speaking. People were listening to me, nodding their heads in agreement. I could see that he got all flushed up. And then he started to interrupt me and say, okay, we got you. We get what you're saying. Sit down. I wasn't even done, but he constantly tried to shut me down. And I kept saying, I'm not done. Hold on. I'm not done speaking. He didn't stop. Eventually what happened was every other person echoed with me. She's not done. Let her speak. And I just thought, you know what? Maybe a lot of us might not know this, but there are certain ways to reclaim the room in a very confident manner that leaves you feeling undeterred when you're speaking in public and there's someone trying to shut you down. And I just need to share. So, please listen. Number one, in that moment, do not panic. Do not feel flustered. You have to first off take control of your nervous system, because you actually might be correct, right? Your point might be very valid. It might be the absolute truth. But if you let that person shut you down and you get to feel flustered, your nervous system will go into defense mode. Now, what happens when you're in defense mode is you might not really recall the right point that you were trying to drive. The points that are actually backed up with relevant data. Once you go into defense mode, you just start speaking and you're rushing your point and you're trying to be heard. Nah, take control of your nervous system. Be calm. As a matter of fact, smile if you can, because that smile says, I know what I'm saying and I know what you're trying to do, and it will not work here. So smile. That smile controls your nervous system, and then you can say, hold on, I'm not done speaking. Or, please, respectfully, will you allow me drive home my point? Or, I'm sure we will get to that in a moment. Let me finish speaking. Now, sometimes these people do not even leave space, audio space, for you to speak and be heard. They're desperate to try to take over that moment. And there's almost no point going on a back and forth with them. So what you can do, but you have to be very alert, is at the point where they interrupt and they start yelling and they're really loud, don't speak in that moment. This is a little bit tricky. You have to be quiet so that when you eventually speak, it's heard. It's clear. Let them get in 2-3 words so that everywhere else is quiet, and then state firmly, staring directly at them, unflinching, and say, I believe we're civilized people. You should have been able to wait for me to get done with my point before speaking. Now, if I may, I don't know, but if someone did, whoo! And if you want to get a bit sassy and spicy, you could say, I think it's a very poor taste when we interrupt people before they get done with what they're saying. Now you have flipped the script and they are the ones in defense mode. So remember, the first thing you should do is calm yourself down and then gently, don't rush, don't panic, don't slip into defense, because you should remain on the offense. They should be the ones defending your poor taste of actions. Wait, you have to still remain grounded, but you have to reclaim the room. Otherwise, now here's the downside. This is what's going to happen. People will feel like they can constantly interrupt you, constantly walk all over you, constantly shut you down. And what it does, even within you, is that it makes you feel like you don't have a place at the table, like you're not worthy of being listened to. But you are. You definitely are. See you next time.